Well, what we're doing today is we're running the very first training marathon in Bradford to prepare everything for next year. Next year, on the 16th of March, I'm going to be running 66 marathons in 66 days, one from every one of the official 66 cities in the UK. And we're doing that to support ABF The Soldiers Charity. And they're a charity that have been around since 1944, and they are there for soldiers for life. So whenever a soldier is injured or needs help after they've left the army, the charities support them and their families for whatever they need for the rest of their lives, basically. So it's a fantastic charity. And we get male and female soldiers that are injured currently in Iraq and Afghanistan. So there are lots of different stories to tell. But the charity are a great charity, and I'm really behind supporting them. So the whole effort is dedicated to them. I wanted to do something in the UK on a bigger scale, and whenever I do an extreme event, I always support a charity. So I was thinking which charity would be a really good one to support, and clearly the current conflict in Afghanistan and Iraq is very much topical, and I just kept seeing these stories of soldiers who'd lost their lives coming back to Wootton Bassett and the funeral corteges. But then I understood that for every soldier that dies, there's probably 5 or 6 that are seriously injured, and they need a lot of help. And when I started understanding the kind of help they need and the amount of money that's involved in trying to support them, I realised this was a great charity to support. So the event and the charity kind of came together at the same time. He's the most seriously injured soldier to survive any conflict. They said that he would never speak, he would never walk. He's speaking, learning how to speak, and not long ago he took his first steps on his artificial legs, but they said he would be paralysed and he'd never walk. But he's a tremendous character. The charity paid for his home gym to help him with his recuperation, so he can work from home. It humbles you, really, and I think whenever you find yourself in a difficult situation and you know someone who's struggling like that, it puts it into context, and it just gives you that little boost of adrenaline, and you think, if they can do it, I can do it, to help them, And that's what I love about this sort of thing. There is a selfish element to it, because I'm keeping myself fit and I've got this sense of achievement, which is great, but I like to share that story with everybody, because everybody could do something. It doesn't have to be a massive thing. I say every little bit helps. Every small contribution goes towards something. Every time I run for a charity, I try to speak to the people in the charity, understand what the charity does. And then when I'm deep in the mental struggle in these long endurance events in weird and wonderful places around the world, I think about the people that I met, I think about the challenges they're going through, and I just kind of put it into context with, what I'm going through is temporary. It'll be over, but they're going through it for a long time. I think it's really important to have goals. Every day we get up and we go about our daily routine, but when you're at school, it's about studying to get the best exam results you can get, and then hopefully that will let them be able to do the jobs that they like to do. So having goals, doing your best, being persistent, and sticking at it is always a good idea. So come on kids, get stuck in. I've got my daughter, she's 9 years old, and she loves all the bits of the challenge. My son's 15, and I think kids on the whole just love it, something that's exciting and different. But this challenge is really good for kids, because there's the geographical bit. They get to learn a little bit about the geography. Maybe they could tell me how many cities there are in Scotland that are official cities, how many there are in Ireland, how many there are in Wales and England. they could add them all up and tell me how much they all add up to. So there's lots of things, yeah. If they want to send me an email, or if they want to phone me, we can have a chat with the school, maybe at assembly or something. And if I'm in their city, they can come and see me. And I'll have a chat to them. Might even come and visit their school. And here's a question for you. What's the oldest city in the United Kingdom?